Tap, tap, tap. Is this thing on? Alright, this is about my 5th, 6th time of setting up the stream for this thing. A lot of effort for these 640 by 480 old games. I'm going to be playing through the original Diablo from start to finish. Just for a bit of fun, bit of nostalgia. It's been a long time since I played the game. I've been playing the whole series all the way through, and I'm going back to the start. I started off with the Sorcerer. This guy is brand new, 0 experience. Yeah, so let's go for a little stroll around town. For those who haven't played before, you might see heaps of different things that you'll see in Diablo forums and Diablo YouTube channels. Some of the stuff persists well beyond the original game. When I first played this game, I went and talked to this guy first. So let's do that again. I will be listening to all speeches and lore in full, so everyone get a good feel of the story.
Thank goodness you returned. Much has changed since you lived here, my friend. All was peaceful until the Dark Riders came and destroyed our village. Many were cut down where they stood, and those who took up arms were slain or dragged away to become slaves. Or worse. The church at the edge of town has been desecrated and is being used for dark rituals. The screams that echo in the night are inhuman, but some of our townsfolk may yet survive. Follow the path that lies between my tavern and the blacksmith shop to find the church and save who you can. Perhaps I can tell you more when we speak again. Good luck.
When I first saw that, when he mentioned the Black Riders, I immediately thought of Lord of the Rings game. Woohoo, this is the Lord of the Rings game! But no, it's definitely not Lord of the Rings game. They don't actually mention the Dark Riders after this, so I'm not really sure where they come into it. Let's go have a chat with Deckard Cain the Elder. Everyone will know this.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
It makes the soul feel good. We've got nothing to identify, so we're going to walk on. I've started playing in a single player mode. I find that the single player mode gets a lot more side quests, a lot more story based quests. As you can see, we've already got the Poison Well quest, which we won't trigger until we go into the cathedral. So let's go have a look. This is the fastest you will walk in the entirety of the game. It does not move any faster than this. You can attack faster though. You can get equipment that buffs your attack speed. Okay, this is a good sign. We've got the wounded townsman.
Please, listen to me. The Archbishop Lazarus. He led us down here to find the lost prince. The bastard led us into a trap. Now everyone is dead, killed by a demon he called the Butcher. Avenge us! Find this Butcher and slay him, so that our souls may find rest.
So we've got the Butcher side quest. This is good. The thing about the roguelike games is they don't always random up the things that you necessarily like the full set of the story. So we've random up the Butcher and the Poison Well. Let's set up a couple of spells real quick on my hotkeys. I've only learned one spell so far. By default you start with a Firebolt, and I get Charge Bolt thanks to my staff. Let's go. When I first played this, I played this on...
The sanctity of this place has been fouled.
I had it on a CD, and those load times were way longer than that. The Sorcerer class tends to be quite squishy in the early game, so we definitely won't be getting up close when we can help it. Maybe we might swing at a few of the smaller critters. Only because I'm going to be running out of mana before I even get to them. In the early game, it is important. The blacksmith will sell premium items. They change every time you level up. You get a couple of new ones drop in. They are expensive, but you want to have the coin on hand
Not enough mana.
so that you can purchase something if it comes up and you really, really want it. So at this point, I will literally be collecting everything, taking it back up to town and selling it. I don't have my mini map on. There we go. Now you can die by environment. The barrels may explode. You can also kill things by environment if they explode like that. You bad guys. I'm not going to take my chances with the skeletons or the zombies. They will kill a squishy sorcerer pretty quickly. Cool thing on these levels is these guys can't open doors, so they can't actually get to me at all. But because I'm a ranged character, I can shoot through these grates if I can actually hit them. What you might notice is a lot of the character classes, the enemy classes, they do persist through the various Diablo like throughout the franchise. These little devil fallen ones, you'll see the Devilkin and those sorts of things pretty much in every Diablo game. The fallen ones are the most primitive, easiest versions of those creatures. We will get carvers, dark ones, Devilkin. The skeletons you'll see in all the different variations of the game, zombies and stuff. Later on, we will get to see some other things like goatmen and various demons that you'll recognise later in the franchise. So right now, I could go down to level 2, but this is important as gold. Experience is super important, so I'm going to go around and kill everything. I want to get leveled up. I want the skills and HP to get up. You actually encounter the butcher in level 2, and he will slay us in like 1 hit, maybe 2 at most. So let's make the most of it while we're here. Since I am playing a single player game and not playing multiplayer or anything like that, it's actually not online. So I will need to save my game to prevent disaster. I did kind of forget this a few years back when I was playing through the series again, and 4 or 5 levels in and you die. It's like, it's devastating. You have to start all over again. Yes, we started all over again. There's no respawn points. Woohoo! Level up, full health, full mana. Just going to take my time. I don't want to draw out too many enemies. Stun lock is a thing in this game. When enemies start attacking, they're attacking faster than you, and there's multiple of them. Your kind of fallback animation will prevent you from having any attacks of your own. And oh, that's alright. And you're basically a dead man standing there. They'll just keep smacking you until you're dead. Wow, that took a little bit longer than it should have. I actually don't know, but I always thought when it comes to assigning skill points for the sorcerer, you obviously want to buff up your magic. You kind of assign the skill points that you need to put on gear. So if you get some heavier armor, you might need a bit of strength to wear it. I always thought that you put a bit of extra dexterity on your sorcerer. Just see if you can increase that to hit, so that we don't have what we did just then, where we swinging away at a bad guy that just won't go down. The other thing about clearing out these earlier levels, and why it's so important, is there is things, shrines and bookcases, and tomes, which are really important to get, because for a sorcerer in particular, that's where all your spells are. So you don't get spells when you level up. You have to actually find them, like here. Look at that. That's really good timing. And learn them as you go. The amount of magic skill you have determines whether you can actually learn them.
Not enough mana.
Get some scrolls. Sometimes you get a book out of the tomes, which is nice. So you pick up 2 scrolls of healing. Ooh, charged bolt. So I've just learned that one. Well, as I was pointing out before, the it required strength. I don't have enough strength, so I can't wield those things. When you get some gear that you really want, you will need the skills to buff up your strength so you can wear them. I just love the music in this whole game. It was such an atmosphere. It just drew you straight in.
Not enough mana.
We'll have to fix that up. Like, he's actually really kind of spooky. I don't know if you guys have ever watched things like The Exorcist and The Omen. Just how the music always just adds to that ambience. You've got your half-light around you, like you can't see very far. It really does feel like you're crawling through a dungeon here. I'm going to use the great trick again. Now, when we get to... I'm not going to lie, when we get to the butcher, we will be using the great trick. The other option is you can actually avoid him and come back when you're a bit have a bit more skill. I should be wearing some of these things, so I'm gonna put that cape on. Give me an armor buff. See, I'm actually picking up non-magical items, which might seem a little weird, but I switched to my staff skill. It might seem a little weird, but just really need every coin you can get at this point. To be able to buy potions, to be able to buy those special items when they come up. As much as I hate waiting for things to get close, you kind of have to with charge bolt, otherwise it just wanders wherever it feels like. Wow, I was just about to hit the health. Take a potion, and we leveled up again. Beautiful. I'm going to put. No, I'm going to stick with the magic. I want to learn some more spells. The various character classes you had, the warrior, the sorcerer, and the rogue, literally translate to these stats here. The personal stats, the strength, magic, dexterity. For the magician, most magic will be able to go up to 250. All these other ones will cap out much lower. And if you had the warrior, it would be your strength that caps out at 250. When I first played it, I actually just loved playing the rogue. The rogue was the bee's knees. Unfortunately, they were probably some of the worst classes. It was the worst class for the end game. Diablo on the rogue was really bloody hard. I always had to multiplayer it with someone. There's only like 2 really good bows that made the rogue playable right at that end. And if you didn't get them through the game, and of course being randomly generated, you might not. Yeah, you were pretty stumped. Now this is going to be trapped. I can see there's a hole in the wall there. So, if you're the rogue, you could actually disarm that trap. Ooh, sneaky. How many? I've got 22 more charges in this. I'll stick with this. In the early game, a lot of gear comes and goes pretty quick. More books. Let's go to the tomes first. Sometimes you get lucky in a tome. A library book, sorry. A library book does have a book in it that you can learn from. Oh, that'll buff our firebolt. What are our things? Okay, so we've got... I don't have any magical items at all yet. So I'll keep that. And that separate. One thing that's a bit different as the games go on, you find gear now and it's in Diablo 4 and it's ready to go. In the earlier games you had to identify the things. At this point, Deckard will charge... If you don't identify them, you can't get the benefit of whatever their buffs are, or the affixes. And Deckard will charge 100 gold coin to identify stuff. So those scrolls of identify come in super handy in the early game. I think I've cleared this level. Let's have a quick little scroll around the map. Oh no, there's a little bit up there. So I'll recenter that. Or near enough. Ooh, I can see over here there's going to be more books. We're at now, 9 charges. I don't want to get caught without charges. Yeah. I like how when you hit one, the little guys run away. As you get more advanced versions of the monsters, they will not run away. Or they do, but they don't run far. Holy Bolt. Now this one's super handy. I'll move my identifiers out of my belt, so I don't need them in a rush. Yeah, the Holy Bolt spell will only damage undead. But it's actually not bad damaging against Diablo himself. It counts as undead. And it's a pretty cheap one to cast, so it doesn't take a lot of your mana. You just spam that button. Okay, I'm out of... I've been taking some hits, so my cape probably is getting close to broken. I'm not going to care too much. In the early game, equipment comes pretty quickly. Although, I don't seem to be getting much in the way of... armor or helmets or anything. We must be getting close to another level. Oh no, it's still a fair way away. I'm still a little bit fuzzy on the keys. You'll notice I hit escape every now and then because I'm just trying to get back to the previous screen, but that's not how the game works, unfortunately. Now these shrines, they got a type if you hover on the Eldritch Shrine. I can't remember what they all do. There used to be, I'm talking back in the days of dial-up internet. There used to be web pages with just text, no markup, and they listed out things like all the different shrines and what they do and all the different gear you could potentially get. Some of them, most of them are advantageous. Some of them will give you disadvantage of some sort. I'm just going to hit it anyway. Let's just go with it. Oh, that's right. Eldritch Shrine turns everything into rejuvenation potions. So what rejuvenation does is it does both mana and health. Handy. Okay, that is... I should have picked up that one first. That would have been good. That is the first level clear. Now before I go diving into the second level, I am going to go back to town. And if you've played the other Diablo games, you'll know that there's a nice little handy button. You just press T and... oh look, there's a part of the map I haven't tested yet. You just press T and it'll teleport you to town. That does not happen here. It is another skill that I'll have to find in either scrolls and if I can in books and learn. And it takes mana to cast. So you can actually get yourself stuck here if you have no mana to cast the spell. You'll find yourself walking. Ooh. Now the environment is really, really handy. Using things like... he's full. Using things like doorways and the like to just minimise the amount of enemies coming at you. That was nice. Starting to get some, starting to get a bit of a groove on. And to think I almost missed this area. I was hoping he would have died in the explosion. So my inventory is pretty much full. If this breaks completely, I can wear the rags. They do have a pretty good armor class. Oh my gold! There's a lot of gold falling, but it's not high values. We'll see when we get back up the top just how much it's worth. What have we got here? So it's more rags. So that's armor 2. These are armor 5. I'm going to take these all up. And leave the armor 5 here because I'm going to pick it up as soon as I get back down. I got a feeling this cape's going to not last much longer. And I'll wear the rags. Our old mate here, Pippin, will now that we've been down into the cathedral, he'll actually give us the side quest for that poison well.
I'm glad I caught up to you in time. Our wells have become brackish and stagnant, and some of the townspeople have become ill drinking from them. Our reserves of fresh water are quickly running dry. I believe that there is a passage that leads to the springs that serve our town. Please find what has caused this calamity, or we all will surely perish.
Cool.
What ails you, my friend?
If I remember correctly, when you do, I don't have anything worth identifying. When you do
Whoa, what can I do for you?
the poison well quest, you will he gives you a nice ring. Okay, so I've got 860 gold. Let's have a quick look at Squizzy's premiums. So, as you can see, they're a bit more expensive than what I've got, and some of them are outside of my range. You see, these would be cool. You're not really restricted class-wise by what you can wield, other than the fact that things have a certain amount of strength and dexterity, and you may cap out before you get to those things for a sorcerer. But having like a sword of magic and a shield of magic is much better than having a single staff of magic, so you get double the amount of bonuses. Let's go down. Rags of light. No, I think we're good. We will leave it at that. I don't have a lot of coins, so I'm just going to leave it. Let's head back down, see if we can find that well. I'm trying to remember if the well is on level 1 or level 2. If the well is on level 1, I've possibly missed it. There's a... In one of the walls there will be a crack. Actually, let's grab those rags. I think it shows up on the map, so I think we're good. I would have seen a door on the map that I hadn't explored yet. Let's sanity check. Let's have a look. You can see the doors; they're a slightly different colour to everything else. No, I think we're good. Must be level 2. Like going on level 2, that's where the butcher is as well. Here we'll see we got the Devilkin this time. It's a stronger version of the Fallen ones. The skeletons are the same as we had before. You can tell because it tells you the number of kills. When you get 15 kills, it'll give you more information about the enemy in regards to things like immunities and things like that. I think if you do 30, it tells you the hit points. It might be the other way around. It might be. So there's the dark passage. That's where we solved the well problem. I'm not taking the risks with these Devilkin. They will stun lock me if I'm not careful. Unlike the dark ones, I am going to pick these ones up from afar. Firebolt. That'll make my... Actually, what I'll do is I'll show you the spellbook after this. Come on. Okay. Oh, there's a few more up here. They're definitely easy to hit when they're standing still. One of them drop something? No, it was just his own animation. Okay. So, I've got a book here to learn. Before I do, you can go into the spells section. And it shows you got all these different levels of spells. We're pretty early on at the moment. But, yeah, spell level 3 tells you how much mana and damage. If we go read the book. Spell level 4. A bit more damage. I'm going to be doing that a lot. But I will do the level up. Probably don't need a heap of magic right now. The spell books, that was a level 4, that only needed 25 magic. I might put a little bit on strength and vitality, dexterity, the other things, just so I can wear more gear as I find it. Alright, let's do the dark passage. This is a... Ooh, that was... This is a third version of those little Devilkin, the carvers. I think the Devilkin are actually stronger than the carvers. I just got unlucky and randomed up Devilkin in level 2. Sometimes you can actually random up monsters that are a tad too hard for the level you're on, which makes the game really quite challenging. I love those drum sounds, that underground cave sounds. Now that I've been talking to some friends who have played the game, they don't really remember Diablo 1. Some of them never played Diablo 1. When I'm playing Diablo 4, some of the dungeons that you've got, the nightmare dungeons and all the rest, they actually borrow sound techniques and things from Diablo 1. It's a really great... Ooh, goat man. It's a really great little throwback. You'll hear drums like that, or instrumentation like that guitar come up in some of the cave-ish like levels in the nightmare dungeons. Similarly, when we get into other levels like the catacombs and stuff, there's a big like music sounds, it's like soundscape stuff and effects that will come up and be reused in like Diablo 4 even now, which is really cool. Well, it's really cool if you're a die-hard Diablo fan like me. I'm hoping to naturally find enough potions and stuff and level up while I'm down here, so that I don't have to be buying these things just yet. Later in the game you'll have heaps of money, more money. We'll literally just dropping it on the ground. Because we won't need it. Unless that one item comes up in the blacksmith's premium items that we really want. Then we might need it. But for now, it's a premium. I lost my cloak and didn't even know. So I'll whack that on. Using back my 5 armor. You see the water there is all tainted. I don't want to draw out too many enemies at once. I am down to my last bit of mana. Aha! We've cleared the water. I don't think there's anything else. There's a potion of healing. So that's it. I have no more mana spells. Mana potions, sorry. So unless I find some or I level up, we're going to have to head back to town. Actually, what was that? Staff of Firewall. That's a staff of nothing, so let's put on Firewall. I probably don't need it just straight away. Fine. 6, 7. I'll put it as 8. I think when you did play multiplayer, there were some hotkeys here. They're probably not going to work in single player. No, there was hotkeys where you could send messages. You had 4 potential pre-written messages that you could send to your friends or enemies. So you could do oh, still on the firewall. You could actually do player versus player type stuff in this game. It was actually a problem when you started playing multiplayer with strangers, because there wasn't an option to opt in or opt out. Someone just started attacking you, you'd be pretty screwed. Potentially. Depends on where you're at. I'm a little bit cautious. Oh, shit. Okay, so this is our first unique, and I have, as I mentioned, no mana after this. So I'm just going to pot some of these off. Notice how my fireball went straight through. I have to go back up to town, get some mana potions, come back, and I'll have to hit him with fireball, because when it says some immunities in his little bar down here, that would be he's immune to fire. Did I miss something there? Oh, it might have been just the door. Thought there might have been some loot that I missed. With those elites, when we get back to him, the unique mobs, we're not going to mess around. I'm just going to spam him with holy bolts really quickly and see if I can drop him. It is worth seeing Pippin for the free heal. I know that. Oh, and my ring. I'd almost forgotten.
Has caused the water to become tainted. Oh, truly a great evil lurks beneath our town. But your perseverance and courage gives us hope. Please take this ring. Perhaps it will aid you in the destruction of such vile creatures.
How good is that tune? They actually put it on. I think there's a version of it on Diablo 2 soundtrack. If you're playing Diablo 4, and you're wandering around Travancore in the new act in the expansion, you will hear the music come up there again. So let's identify my ring. 10 hit points, -1 damage. Lovely. Bit of resistol. I will not be complaining. These things.
What can I do for you?
You can take those. So as we level up, some of these things are going to be changing. Oh, I wish I could afford that. That would be very nice. A robe of zest. It's not to be. Oh, I didn't get my. Who cares? I was going to say I got free healing from Pippin there, but I didn't pick up on it. I got distracted by the side quest. So, for those who have played Diablo 3, this is where we first meet the witch Adria.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Obviously her voice changed a lot between 1 and 3. I'm going to sell that staff. Even with no charges, it's still worth a little bit. She will have mana potions for me. If you look, she sometimes has books as well, which is really handy when you need, when you want to be learning stuff. I'm really just going to pack myself full of mana. Actually, that's not that much. I'll just be prudent. How's that? Oh no, let's get a few more.
A soul in search of answers.
I'll regret it if I don't. Yes, unfortunately, we have not yet learnt Town Portal, so we have to walk back. But we do get to enjoy these wonderful tunes. It's really cool. Like this tune, it's kind of become really iconic. A lot of people, if you go on YouTube, there'd be like 10 hours of this song on repeat. And it's nice to see in like Diablo 4 that songs like Kyovashad are sort of picking up similar traction amongst the fans. It's like one of those tunes that's just sticks out amongst all the rest, especially in Diablo 4. There's so much music. Everything seems to have its own theme, but it just sort of really stands out as one of those amazing songs. Okay, let's see if we can kill this guy. I might save it. I'm going to keep forgetting that, and it's going to be a disaster. With the Holy Bolt, and here he is. Oh, actually, it wasn't that bad. I just had to not use Fireball. Now he would have dropped something. book. Boost my holy bolt. Oh, that's a magic short bow. I'm gonna put a little bit on vitality. We'll come back to magic. So you gotta kind of keep ahead of the equipment. When I go buying premium items, I don't want to see anything red on that list. Now I'm not gonna open that door, and I'll show you why in a second, if you don't already know. So, as you can see, it's full of blood and dismembered bodies. That is where the butcher is sitting. And at this point, he will just own me in 2 hits, I think. So we'll see if we can get a few more books and boost our spells before we take him on. We'll clear the rest of the level. One thing I haven't seen is they often have tomes. I'm going to find one now that I'm speaking of it. They often have tomes, which is how they give you background and lore into the Diablo universe. But just like everything else, they're random, so you may not get many. You'll get different ones when you do. So you kind of have to do a few playthroughs to get the full picture. That was way painful. We also have the fun of inventory Tetris. I do actually miss an area right near the steps when we come down to level 2 there. I can see it on the map. It's going to bug me that I didn't go and investigate that. You just don't really know how the map's going to generate and where all the space is going to be. It's funny playing Diablo 4 and looking at the community of the players who love to skip the campaign and then jump into the endgame loop over and over and over again. Yeah, that's not really for me. It's a bit, I've done my days of grind. What's funny is they keep mentioning things like mob density. I want more mobs to kill. In Diablo 1, mob density was death. It wasn't more things to splat. It was pretty much death. So
I cannot carry anymore.
Kind of glad that things are spaced out a little. So I can rearrange these things. I'll put that there for now. Put that cap on. Get 3 armor. So what about this? 5, 4, 1. Wow, that's a bad cape. The rags are better than capes at this point. Oh yeah, that's another difference. I didn't even notice. It just it's so ingrained now. Yeah, you have to click on all the gold. You can't just walk over it and pick it up. You want it? You got to click it. watching my my rags this time. So when they do eventually disintegrate, I'll be ready to put on a cape this time instead of walking around unshielded, as it were. I know it takes a little bit of time to pop all these barrels, but I'm probably losing more health than I'm gaining. I was looking for spells and coins. Oh, sorry, potions and coins. But I'm probably spending that much. Of course, you get the odd bit of XP when there's a skeleton pops out of one. Empty room. Like that. How are we going with the experience? We must be... So many books on this level either, which is really disappointing. Shrine. Shall we risk it again?
I cannot carry anymore.
Oh. Alright. What was open is now closed. Did it just close all the doors? No. I don't know what that did. Okay, so I have a scroll of identify. I'm going to identify that. Resist fire. Put that down there. What will I do? Do that. It's that wonderful Tetris game again. That. Where did that bow go? I'm now full. I don't know what that shrine actually did. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I don't even need it now. Actually, what I might do. So, if I'm going to leave something behind, I might as well leave a small one behind. Alright, we're going to head up to a big finale. I'm going to... Knuckles potion. I missed that one on the way through. I'm going to run back up to town, empty out this inventory. Then we're going to take on the butcher before calling it an evening. And there's still rooms I haven't actually done yet. But let's do the butcher. I'm not going to lie, I am going to use the through the grate trick to kill the butcher. It wouldn't be nice if that just took you straight back to town. Yeah, hopefully we'll get a book of town portal soon, then we won't have to worry about all this rubbish. The lack of books on level 2 was really disappointing, especially for the sorcerer. I mean, that's kind of how you get your damage up. just need to go to... I don't need to see the witch. I really just need to go here and sell stuff.
Whoa! What can I do for you?
Let's have a look at the premiums though. I can afford that armor of Zest now. I wish it had more on... it's got vitality, which is nice. I wish it had more on the armor though. Oh, that would be nice. Huh. 40 strength and more gold. I might... As tempting as it is, I might leave the robe of Zest. I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to save my pennies and see if I can get that. Was it an axe or a mace of the mind? Because the buffs to magic are well worth it. Plus, if I'm carrying one of those, since I'm not going melee, it doesn't really matter what I carry. I can also carry a shield, which adds to my armor. So, a buff to my magic and a buff to my armor. What more could you want? No, seriously, what more could you want? Alright. I'm here. I'm gonna check it out. Another shrine. What's this one? Another one. The thermatil. That's handy. So I need some strength if I'm going to be wearing that mace. Thaumaturgic? Something like that. Don't know what it does. It doesn't do all the chests again, does it? Ah, it does too. There you go, that's what it does. Ah, I'm not going to wander back around and pick them all up again though. Okay, I'm gonna, for giggles, I'm gonna show you. Save the game because I'm not a madman. I'm gonna show you what it's like to try and kill the butcher without the tricks.
Fresh meat.
Stunlock! Stunlock! Oh, I'm dead. I had a moment of stunlock there where I could not actually finish a spell cast. Alright, so what we're gonna do, there is a grated door here, I believe. Yeah. Now it's important not to block the door. If you kill something in the doorway, it'll be blocked. So I'm gonna move this guy well out of the way of the door before I kill him. So that way the door can still close. Now remember what I said before about walking speed, how this is like the only speed you've got? It's one of those scenarios where you really only get one shot at walking through the door, turning around and shutting it before the butcher is blocking the door by being in it. So you got to have enough lead on him that he can't block the door. And of course, he needs line of sight, so you can't just open the door and bolt. You have to... Oh, I've got a town portal. That's going to be handy. And the reason for that being handy is I have a backup plan. So dispatch of these guys, and I'll tell you my backup plan. So the backup plan is, I'll put the town portal on a hotkey.
Where would I put this?
Oh, you're full already, aren't I? Okay, so that'll buff my armor a little bit. You're going there. And if I do manage to, if he does make it through the door before I can shut it, I can cast town portal and disappear. I can sneak up from him from behind. I can walk back down the long way, come up from behind and shut the door. So that one, 5, 6, 7. I want that one as F8. Alright, let's go. Fresh meat. I tell you what, the first time you hear this, it scares the absolute shit out of you.
Fresh meat.
So now I've got to do. So I've already lost him. Is he going to come out the door? Oh, come on. Sense of bother. Because he'll be right behind the door now. Get him to come out. I don't want to go too close because then he'd be really close to me then. Ah! He didn't walk out the door again. Come on. Come on, Mr. Butcher. You can do it. I don't have to walk in there to get you out. Ha! Oh, okay. Now I've got him. And I'm really close. Oh, phew. That's probably not far enough. No, I missed. Okay, so we do this, and we go. Ah! Oh, I was actually hitting spacebar like I was going to evade. Okay, now I have to do this again. All right, I'm going to do this the quick way. I won't worry about clearing out this whole thing. Phew. Okay. So, I don't want to run into you while I'm on the wrong side of the fence though either. Okay. Let's do this. Oh wait. I don't have the town portal now. It's gonna be one. See, this is why it's important to save people. I like how the the stuff is it's randomly generated when you start the level, not as you play. Let's see if we can do a better job this time. And I will be saving it right before I open the door. Come on. There we go. He's out first go. Got a bit of distance. He's narrowing it. Quicker. Now, see if I can cut him. You used to be able to do a thing where you could go around this and gain some territory on him. I think you had to do certain things though. So he's really close. Oh, look at that. Actually, that would have been a good opportunity. But I'm gonna ruin it and see if I can get it. Nah, I think I was in the door then. He's chasing me! Alright, we can do this. We can do this. It's going to increase the distance between the two of us. Oh, great. Oh, that could be pretty good. No, okay. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna walk him through the door. I'm gonna cast it. I am gonna come up from behind him. Because this is shenanigans. Oh. Whew. Okay. No, I didn't go back through that. Okay. We're gonna be tricksy. What's amazing is I've actually had like an hour to play this game and not be disturbed. That never happens. I don't know if you heard the footsteps just then. My kids are upstairs running around like crazy loons. Oh, we don't want to go that way. Okay, now I don't want to get too close. Save the game. Now I'm just going to click on the door itself. There you go.
Fresh meat.
And you can't open the door. So we are now safe. I'm going to save it again. That was too good. Okay, we got our firewall.
The spirits of the dead are now avenged.
We get his magical cleaver. That's the other thing too. The town portals only close when you come through them the other way. So wherever we're walking, it'll never close. Not that we want to keep coming back to the same spot over and over again. That's that skull cap I wanted. We're going to identify a spell, yeah. Not really good for my class. What am I doing? Remember the hotkeys, man. Okay, so that's it. That's the level. We've done it. I'm going to go back up and sell this gear. You guys, I'm going to leave you guys be for a while. When we come back, it'll be going into level 3. We'll see what has random up then. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. See you.